My name is Richard Eunice and I am one of the co-founders of Stuttering Innovations. Stuttering Innovations is a program designed to help children aged 7 to 17 who stutter. It was very, very hard growing up, particularly, as you can well imagine, being a teenager, wanting to speak to girls, wanting to go for job interviews, and not having the confidence to speak.
Well, I've been stuttering for 35 and a half years, and as a child, going through those early years and then going into my teens and not living life and not being able to say the things that I really wanted to say or do the things that I really wanted to do, and having young kids of my own and seeing my kids and hoping that one day, look, that I could help stutterers. Little kids become young, mature adults without stuttering problems.
As a child with a stutter, it was very tough. I felt as though I was in my own little world, walking around the playground, feeling very insecure, very withdrawn, not knowing when I was going to be asked questions. I was a very scared little child.
Well, there is a wide public opinion that stutterers are, you could say, dumb. I mean, we see it in movies such as A Fish Called Wanda and many other movies where the stutterer is always the punchline, you can say, where he's the one that's always being picked on, they're the one that always get the laughs. So that sort of opinion has been passed on into the public where stutterers are an easy target to be laughed at.
Well, stuttering it's a fear. It's a fear to speak. It's a fear to say your name. It's a fear to say a word. It's a fear to say your sound. A sound. That's basically stuttering.
My feelings were very sceptical because I didn't know too much about it and there wasn't much information to find. And we apparently sent on the current affair, rang up about it and got off the internet, actually, the phone number. And then we thought, well, we've tried everything else. We have to try this because it's my son's speech is worth anything and we're running out of options.
Well, we started speech therapy when Josh was about 2.5, and we did that for almost 10 years. So we did try. We tried everything.
He started attending speech therapy from about 2.5, and then it was the constant practicing of the smooth talking, the bumpy words, and he'd get to a certain point where it would start reverting back to being worse than what he was at as his speech developed. So it sort of, I don't know, it kind of didn't work.
Well, we've been to speech therapy and we do what the teachers ask us to do. But when they think his speech is going well, we stop and he goes back into stuttering because he forgets sort of tools, but he forgets how to use them. And yeah, we go back to stuttering again.
We've lived years and years of stuttering. We understand stuttering. I think that therapists have got a long, long way to go to really understand what stuttering and blocking is all about.
I am a stutterer, but because of Stuttering Innovations and what they've done for my son and how they teach us the techniques, I'm actually overcoming the stuttering that I have also, even though originally it wasn't actually for me.
I came on this course to improve my stuttering.
I was very confident. I'd seen programs before in the past on the adult courses, and I just knew that because these people are stutterers themselves, or have been, they know how the kids feel, what they're going through, and they know how to fix it.
I couldn't say my name. I couldn't talk to girls. And I couldn't talk to someone one-on-one.
Sean's talking's really good. He talks to his teacher. He'll go up to his teacher in front of the class and talk to his teacher. These are things he'd avoid in the past. He'd go to McDonald's and order his own meal. Another thing he'd avoid in the past. So he's not avoiding the situations, he's getting out there and doing it.
The major difference, happiness. I'm content. I'm always smiling. I look at life and I think, wow, I'm glad that I was a stutterer years and years ago, and I'm absolutely enthused about helping kids overcoming stuttering in their future lives.
Yes, we came on the course hopefully to help Sean to improve his speech, and not only has it helped his speech, but because the coaches teach us the techniques too, I'm actually being able to use that in my own speech. So yeah, it's going great.
Very low self-esteem, no confidence. He wouldn't never go to the shop to get an ice cream. He wouldn't buy movie tickets. When people came, visitors came over, he'd stay in his room. He avoided a lot of contact, became very withdrawn.
They shouldn't think anymore. They should just send their kids along to the course. We were sceptical at first, but once we're here, within the first day, and definitely the second day, everyone who was doing the course just said this was the right choice. You could hear the kids in the background speaking that much more clearer, more fluently, and we knew we made the right choice.
No comparison. What Stuttering Innovations did for Josh in 3 days, after 10 years of speech therapy week in and week out, it's just, it's unbelievable. It's like a dream come true to be able to have a conversation, a fluent conversation with our son, and to see him so happy and socialising and going off to school and making new friends. It's just unbelievable.
My one wish in life would be to go back and live my life without stuttering. There'd be so much avenues open for me if I was able to speak.
I see this becoming a worldwide program. I'll see this program becoming the benchmark in overcoming children's stuttering problems.